Hi everyone, it's the full moon, powerful activation day. We're going to explore the astrology of the full moon in this video, so stay tuned to find out the details of how this might be affecting our lives and the collective energy. I am a Western astrologer, I'm also a Vedic astrologer. We're going to focus on the Western astrology in this video, as I've combined the astrologies in different videos and I think that's been confusing for people. So diving into the tropical chart, and so we have the sun is in Aquarius, the moon is in Leo. Leo is a fierce and powerful sign. It can be a fun-loving sign, but it has a strong sense of self. Leo is a very creative sign, so we might be feeling like we just want to step out there into the world and show ourselves, or we might be really dialing into our creative work or our studies or just wanting to have some fun. Full moons are generally a lot more fun because they're bringing the light out, but the Leo is especially a fun-loving sign. Yet we do have some interesting challenges to the moon, that Pluto is opposed to the moon, and Pluto is the sign of, or the planet of transformation. Pluto is the god of the underworld. So when Pluto gets involved, it's about our own personal transformation. This can be a vague concept, but transformation is whenever there's an ending and a beginning. This can be death, or this can be the death of some patterns in our lives. Pluto is connected with the subconscious. It's connected with our sense of power. So perhaps at this time, we are bringing ourselves to get in touch with ways we've given our power away, and seeking to reclaim that power is a very Pluto and moon energy. With it being the moon, we're considering how emotionally have I given my power away to others, or to society, or to the concepts that I've learned about who I'm supposed to be. Jupiter is also involved, so there's a T-square to Jupiter. Some forms of astrology consider a T-square represents a skipped step. We're skipping over the planet that's being squared. In this case, it's Jupiter. And the skip step is the key to expanding. Jupiter is our wisdom, it's our understanding, it's the deep part of us in our deep mind that can see the positives and overcome with the power of wisdom. And when Jupiter is involved, it also expands whatever influences are at play. Jupiter and Pluto is this power dynamic that really wants to expand more power, more growth, more control. And this is one of the other shadows that gets involved with Pluto, is control. Yet we're seeing also that Pluto is in a new sign. This is very important. Just a couple of days ago, Pluto transitioned into the sign of Aquarius. And Aquarius is the sign of innovation and transformation and change on a societal level. And we've had Pluto in Capricorn since 2008, and this has been really about the hierarchy and the control and the manipulation from those on the top of the hierarchy, which is a sort of Capricornian theme. But the Aquarian theme is more egalitarian, meaning it's about bringing balance so that everybody experiences equality and abundance and health and wellness and all of those things. This is connected with a vast transformation of the way that our world works and the way our society functions. And we're going to see this influence taking place until 2040. So that's some 16 years. Might be even longer. That was the last time. Sometimes my memory of these bigger transits is not perfect, but I'm pretty sure that's it. And so this is Pluto's second entry into Aquarius, and it'll do a little retrogression and then come back into Aquarius later towards the end of the year, and then it'll be firmly in Aquarius. So we're really seeing perhaps those new energies about this new and more balanced world coming into the framework and coming into the picture now. What else is going on? Because there's a lot. Let's fit it into this video. So Mercury has been catching up to Mars. Mercury is a very fast-moving planet. Mercury was retrograde some weeks ago, and now Mercury's finally caught up to Mars. And when these planets are together, it creates a very Martian quality of mind, because Mercury is the thinking mind, and Mars has a willful energy that can even be aggressive. But the positive of this is that it allows us to really direct our mind, and it allows us to really take action. It allows us to have a very sharp and powerful mind. And there's a double-edged sword to this, because the words that we speak now are more intense, for better or for worse. And so be careful with how you communicate at this time. I've experienced some harsh words come up, but at the same time, another part of Mars is boundaries, and we might be very drawn to the importance of expressing our boundaries and telling it as it is at this time. And sometimes when we cut out the energies that aren't working in our life, new things come in to fill that space and allow for real integration to happen. And hopefully we're experiencing that. So also we have to take into consideration that that's in a trine to Uranus. So Uranus brings in unexpected and transformation, and when Uranus is in connection with Mercury, this is spontaneous mental insight. It's transformation of the way that we're thinking. So this sharp mind is being transformed, and this expression of our boundaries and expression of our will is part of a process that's catapulting us forward in our evolution through Uranus's involvement. And Venus is also freshly in the sign of Capricorn, some degrees behind, so we wouldn't fully consider Venus's influence in this, though Venus moving into Capricorn is bringing our mind to be focused, our sort of, Venus is less mind and more desires, bringing our desires to be more focused on these sorts of practical Capricornian considerations, like our money, our work, the practical parts of our life, the building blocks to success. Venus is very concerned with that, and will be working towards that. Venus is trining or sextile to Saturn, so Venus is getting that bolstering from being in Saturn's sign and from the planet itself. So this is a really great time to take practical action steps. And also is in a trine to Jupiter. And so Venus and Jupiter in this connection is an influence that is really expanding our desires in general, right? It's Jupiter is expansion, Venus is the world of pleasures and creativity, so we might be feeling the need to enjoy and treat ourselves at this time, to go out and celebrate, enjoy the power and light of this full moon, experience beautiful art, or treat ourselves to things that are deeply nourishing if that energy tunes into a more Jupiterian part of your chart and your being. And is there anything else of note? I think those are the most important things, yeah. There was an inconjunction as well from Saturn to the moon, which can create a bit of feeling of introversion even while all of this joy and movement is happening. So that can be okay as well if that's what you're experiencing. And of course, with all of this said, it really depends on the planets in your chart, especially the sun, moon, and ascendant. The signs that will be most affected by this moon are Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus, because that's the fixed axis. Though planets in fire signs might find this moon to be rather beneficial. And of course, at this moment, we have many planets in earth signs, so there is a very earthly focus at this time. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Tune into the other video for the Vedic perspective to see things from another angle, and DanteStarshine.com has all the information on my astrology readings. Have a really beautiful, blessed full moon, guys and girls, and everyone, all beings.